10-year-old, she said, they put a furry in the movie.
A what?
People who think they're an animal.
Okay, can we talk about this for a second?
Sure,
Do you know why I choked up? I watched this and I choked up because this is where God is kind of working my heart. When a house is divided, it cannot stand. And I'm trying to stand on the fence where I'm standing up for God, but what happens is I become angry at the other side. I start acting not godlike. I start acting like I'm above them and I'm wiser than them and you guys are dumb. You guys need to behave like me. But the truth is, I'm just full of garbage myself. From another man's perspective, I'm just as crazy and I'm just as far away from God. So we always want to point our finger and be like, you're not godlike, but we don't know what they were like. Exactly. And where they came from and how God is working with them. I never talked about this before because I just didn't know how to talk about this, but I was seeing a rant on a college campus and I got angry with the furry concept and I turned to Bella and I'm like, bro, this makes me so angry. In my heart, God goes, go get a massage and just relax. Because I read a Bible verse where this man was angry and he couldn't think properly. So God says, eat and rest. So I went to go rest and there was this man who was living life on the opposite end of where I wanted to live. And I did not agree with his life. But I liked the guy too. This was funny because the one guy that behaved this way, I enjoyed his company. I didn't see it as a threat. And he looked at me and goes, you know, God told me we were going to meet today.
Wow.
And I looked at him and I felt guilty because this morning I was angry with his actions and his community's actions. And so I looked at him and I said, I just want to hear your story. And when I heard his story, I realized that the devil got me angry at the man that I should be with more. If we are Christ-like, we are Christian, we should never write off a human being, regardless of how far off we think they are, because we didn't walk their footsteps, and who knows if we would make the same decisions. And so when I got to hear why he was behaving this way, and he was confessing things that happened to him, I felt like worse than the man that treated him that way, because think about it, this man grew up in a home where his father and his uncle took advantage of him. And then when he comes out into the world and God expects his people to come and rescue him, his people are pointing his finger and judging him and yelling at him. That was the day where I was like, I gotta stop doing that. I gotta behave Christ-like. And it's regardless of your views, regardless of where you're at, my job isn't to argue with you. My job is to love you and protect you and let you know, regardless, we're here for you. That doesn't mean we agree with your actions, but that doesn't mean we're gonna write you off.